because of how they move up and down and all of it, and I have to follow.
Freaks, geeks, rousties. My name is TV Benton, and welcome to our sideshow of a different nature. Fantasy or reality, obsession or addiction, pleasure or pain, life and death. Sometimes our minds become our own prisons, or padded walls, so to say. What people see as masks on the outside is not who we really are. Alone, behind closed doors, we all have various sideshows that haunt our hearts. But it's how these sideshows affect us that determine the very core of our own souls. My sideshow is one of monstrous proportions. It's a multi-billion-dollar industry. It's a plague that has haunted the hearts of men since the early creation of all mankind. It's an attraction so big, it's the very root of thousands, if not millions, of divorces in the world today. It's been passed down from generation to generation, from man to man, husband to wife, woman to woman, child to child. It has even been known to cause brutality, violence, rape, and murder. This is not for the faint of heart, I tell you. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you a chapter out of my own book, a story from my heart, exposed for all to see. I give you White Collar Sideshow.
Is it a virus?
We don't know.
How does it spread? Is it airborne?
Airborne is a possibility. We don't know.
Is this an international health hazard or a military concern?
Both.
Are these people alive or dead?
We don't know.
were so dead. His eyes 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 were so dead.
The World Wrestling Federation champion defending his title here in Madison Square Garden. And Seagal is Samoa #1 in control. Oh, kick him. Oh, wait. Another way left in the kitchen sink. Look out. And huge 300-pounder drop kick right on out. Kick to the midsection now. Bigfoot reverses it. Once again, it's Samoa to the left.
Where are we at, Tyler? Yeah. How was it?
Working on the left arm of Samoa #1.
Yeah, that's right.
You have created a monster and it will destroy you. Scarcity of conclusion as compared to that of me. And this all of these general characteristics get amazingly into the case history of the dead. His life was one of violence. You have created a monster and it will destroy you.
God's truth. Look up. Lift up your head. You will succeed. Be confident of this one thing, that God who has begun a good thing in you will complete it.
Pre-recorded.
Once they get a foothold in the building, you never get rid of them. 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 Never get rid of them.
How do you do? It is one of the strangest tales ever told. It deals with the two great mysteries of creation, life and death. I think it will thrill you. It may shock you. It might even horrify you. So if any of you feel that you do not care to subject your nerves to such a strain, now is your chance to, we warned you.
How long can I live like this? I need peace. I can't take it anymore.
A movement, if you will, a revolution of the heart. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I'll be the first to say, and the first to admit, you are looking at the modern day Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, who I am in front of everyone else, and who I become alone, behind closed doors, when no one is looking. A wise man once said, true character is who you are when no one is looking. Friends, I've been a liar, a cheat, a thief, and no stranger to addiction in my life. A drug addict, a cigarette smoker for over 10 years, which led to 7 major lung operations. But I never thought harmless fun as a kid, like looking at Playboy, Penthouse, and Hustler, was going to lead my adult life into a secretive, deceitful, lust-filled pornography addiction. Over the past several years, 5, 6, 7 nights a week, I would have a fling with my computer. And the 423 million pages of internet pornography that make up our adult cyber world today. And every time I would shut my computer, the overwhelming feelings of guilt and shame. I'm a monster. I'm a pig. I'm sick. I'm twisted. What's wrong with me? Why can't I change? I'm the only one. I didn't realize 30 million men had the same addiction that I had. And the rise among women is now at 30%. I'm ashamed to say this. Because of my pornography addiction, I caused my beautiful, lovely wife to fall into her own personal sideshow called bulimia, because she felt she wasn't skinny enough, or pretty enough, or whatever enough to compete with my women online. Every reflective surface became her worst nightmare. A mirror, a puddle of water, a reflection in a store window, even the reflection in the back of a spoon, distorted the image of herself so much that she would throw up her food in order to look like what women are supposed to look like in today's world. Now, in front of everyone else, we could wear our perfect masks, our perfect little pretty masks. But on the inside, our hearts became dungeons that we could not escape from. Fix me, change me, help me, please God, please, I used to beg every day. And one day, God did fix me. in a very strange and peculiar way. You see, everything on this stage, from the pig to the faceless woman, the music, the characters were given to me in a dream. A dream that lasted 3.5 long, sleepless years. And this dream has become my sole purpose in life. To show other people we all make mistakes. Nobody's perfect. There'll always be things that haunt our lives until the day we die. This dream is about honesty. It's about putting your fist in the air, having a day one, a clean slate, getting your addictions and your struggles off your chest, simply by being honest. It's about integrity, making smart decisions, recognizing temptation before it bites us in the face. This dream is about passion and realizing what everyone in this world is passionate about in this world and using it for God's purpose. To show other people we all make mistakes. Nobody's perfect. But through our mistakes, we might be a stepping stone for someone to find a true life in this world. Ladies and gentlemen, our last song of the evening is a song of hope. No matter what monster hides in our hearts, we can change. God pardons any and all mistakes. In fact, when there's nothing left but God, that's when we realize Christ is all we need. Our last song is called Pardon My Monster.
Let's go.
Thank you very much. So, this is going to be strange. Or maybe not. Maybe you just saw something totally strange and this is going to be normal. My wife did everything right. So, the American dream. This is what I was taught as a kid. I'm a 36-year-old man. I've got a 13-year-old son. I've been married 10 years. The American dream. Go to college. Get the best paying job that you can have. So you can fit into society. Even if it's a job that you hate, it doesn't matter as long as you've got money and insurance. Get the best paying job you can to have a house, cars, family, support system, retirement, social security. Then you die and give all those bills to your kids. Now, I didn't say it the way that my parents said it, but that's how I was taught as a kid. My wife did everything right. I was a drug addict from the time I was 13 until I was 25. So I did everything wrong. My wife got a degree in marketing and managed a multi-million-dollar business by the time she was 27. Crazy, huh? Awesome. In Arkansas, we had this trailer trash version of MTV Cribs. 4-bed. Okay, it wasn't 2 trailer trash. 4-bedroom house, 3 cars. I had a '66 Austin Healey in mint condition. Everything you could ever want. Hot tub, our future goals, 2 Harleys, trip to Vegas, cruise, Mini Cooper. Man, we were living the dream. Struggling with pornography, struggling with bulimia, hiding from our friends, telling everybody that everything's perfect in our lives. I mean, how embarrassing is it to talk about pornography in front of everybody? Especially when people are like laughing, going, dude, it was a locker room joke. Nobody ever told me pornography was going to ruin my marriage. Nobody ever told me $25,000 in hidden credit cards. Nobody ever told me you've clicked a little too far and the FBI is going to show up at your house because you're on a kiddie porn site. Why aren't those billboards hanging out? I mean, now they finally have gambling billboards after years and years and years of gambling addiction. This is what I feel. If you want to see a change in this world, you have to become the change. You have to become a living, breathing example of change. That's it. Because nobody's going to do it anymore. In our world of technology, with our Facebook pages and our faces buried in iPhones and text messages, where we don't even have human contact with each other anymore, all we're doing is hiding from each other. The English language is now LOL and ZUP. It's not, dude, how are you doing? What's wrong? How can I help you? That hasn't, it's selfish. It's selfishness. That's what our world has become. How can we instantly get something that we want? Mentally, physically, spiritually. Someone told me this the other day. Dude, you should get a Facebook page because it's way cleaner than MySpace. Now, I know nobody's on MySpace anymore, but there's still like 30 million people who have one, even though nobody's on there, right? Is this it? Am I right? Okay, just making sure. So someone told me, get a Facebook page. So the first day I sign on Facebook, top right-hand corner of the Facebook page, go visit your old high school classmates from 1993. But it was a chick with boobs like this. And I was like, I didn't graduate with that girl. Now, how many people do you think click on that picture? I mean, honestly, want to know why 30 million men are addicted to porn? It starts right there. And those things take you to websites, and then you go to places that you never, ever thought you would be. Now, I looked at porn ever since I was in 3rd grade. I grew up in the 80s, so I didn't have the internet. I had my dad's Trophies magazines, you know? But here's what I found out about the internet. There's no rules, there's no regulations, it's the Wild West. People sit in their rooms, and nobody has to know where you go, ever. It's really hard to do what God calls us to do in this world when we can't even walk out of our own bedrooms without feeling guilt and shame. And I don't mean that to hurt, I mean that for my life. So, my brother, my little brother, we've been living on the road for the last 3 years. My wife calls me and says, we're going to leave our jobs, we're going to sell everything that we own, we're going to give it away, we're going to move into a little RV, and we're going to go around the country and share the story, because other people need to know that they're not alone. And I thought she was insane, because when you have everything, you don't want to give it away, you want more. And that's what we did 3 years ago. And we live like gypsies. We live in an RV. We've only had that one for a few months. Before that, we had a 20-foot RV. So if you can imagine living in 20 feet of space after having a 4-bedroom house, it's not too fun. It smells a bit. My little brother did everything right. Got his master's degree in history. Calls me and says, dude, I want to join the Sideshow. And I'm like, Mom and Dad aren't really going to like you for saying that. So he did. He went with us for a week. He learned the way that we live, that everything that we do is 3 shifts. You drive, you get somewhere, you set up, you share a little bit, you tear down, and you drive. You get somewhere, you set up, you tear down, and it's over and over and over again. And a lot of people see like this stage thing like it's some kind of glamorous life. But I can't tell you the last time I showered. And you never know when you're going to eat until someone feeds you. And we live off offerings and donations. So it takes like $300 to fill that thing up. So if you can imagine just scraping by, that's how we survive. On faith. And I love it. When we had everything we ever wanted, we lived our zombie lives. And I couldn't take it anymore. So my brother on the road with us learns how we live. Goes back to Arkansas. We're from Arkansas. Needless to say, was not called to join the Sideshow. And then I get a phone call from my dad that he was killed in a head-on car accident. Now I've been a Christian for about 10 years. But I have never felt farther from God in my entire life. I didn't want to get out of bed. I was frustrated, I was angry, and what made it even worse was because since we live on the road, people knew about it before I did. So it was blowing up on my Facebook page and text messaging, and sorry for your loss, and I'm going, what's going on? Frustration, anger, hatred, started diving back into pornography all over again. Even while we were doing shows, talking about it. Feeling inadequate, like I was worthless. And I admitted that to my wife 3 weeks ago. Now we've been doing this show for 3 years. My brother died last October. You can do the math on that. And here's what I found out. That we all make mistakes. We grow, and then we all make mistakes again. But the thing is, if we're not sharing that stuff with other people, how will we ever know that we're not alone? What really is true love? So this is what I want to do. This might sound weird, Or it might not. That motorcycle's gone. One of these days. I feel like I've been brutally honest. If you ever have or are struggling with addiction, I'd love for you to stand up. Nobody's gonna judge you out here. Come up here with me. We're all in the same boat, man. If you're struggling with an eating disorder or body image or ever have, I'd love for you to stand up. So come up here with us. If you say something to someone's face, but you're totally thinking something else in the total opposite direction, stereotyping or being judgmental, I'd love for you to stand up and come to the front. I'm not going to do some weird altar call. I promise. If you ever have or are mad at someone in your life, yeah, that'd be everybody, I'm sure. Or you're holding a grudge against someone, I'd love for you to stand up and come to the front. If you've ever felt like giving up on life and wanting to quit, for me, I've been in a mental institution, I've been through rehabs, I've been through psychologists and psychiatrists. I've hated my life and wanted to end it a lot of times. If you've ever felt like that, ever, or are, come hang out with us. And if you've ever been excited about something, or happy, I'd love for you to stand up and come join us. If you're an alien from another planet, or a living, breathing human being, I'd love for you to come join us up here. Because this is what I want to show you. Everybody that came up here is being honest, right? We're all in front of each other, standing up, knowing that we struggle with something. We're all human beings. Nobody's perfect, ever. We're always going to make mistakes. But it's growing from those mistakes is what makes maturity, integrity, and character in our culture. Something that is missing intensely. When Snooki is a role model, we have problems, yes. And I don't even have a TV, okay? I haven't had a TV for 3 years, I know what that is. Put your hand on the person standing next to you. Put your other hand on the person standing on the other side. Do you see how we're all connected right now? And you can basically get a glimpse of the world. There's a lot of people out here that are not connected. Out here. That's our world. This is how we change it. Unity and community. Inspiring each other. Challenging each other's thinking. Picking each other up. Forgiving each other when we make mistakes. Being honest with each other about the things that we struggle with. Pouring into one another's lives. Pouring into it. But literally dragging each other by the hair to the finish line. To see others go further in life. If we're never honest with each other, we're just going to hide. Which is exactly what we do now in today's world. We hide from each other. Paul says, share the things that you struggle with each other. Your mistakes, your sins, your sideshows, whatever. Share it so that we can pray for one another and build into each other's lives. This is how we change the world, when we're not a bunch of fingers, but a fist. Thanks to Gangs of New York. Bill the Butcher had it right on that one. You know? This is it. Now, someone told me this the other day, and it has really jacked up my mind. Jesus belittling Godly to come to the planet to serve all of us and die for all of us. Die for all of us was the greatest act of true love. Now, if we were following Jesus' example, would we be willing to die for the person that we have our hand on? If that's true love, whether we know that person or not. Or better yet, would we be willing to die to ourselves and share things that we might struggle with just to see other people go further in life? That's true love too. It's not easy, but it's worth it. It's not easy selling everything that you own and giving up your life just to see other people come together and be unified. Gosh. Just think if every country was unified. Maybe we would have hotels on Mars by now. But instead we're so selfish defending the things. Anyway. Unity and community. I'm going to pray. God, I thank you very much for this planet, for these trees, this grass, for the places that you allow us to just come hang, have friendships, community, unity, where we're all connected, one body right now, one heartbeat. I'm thankful, so thankful for that. Never want to take that for granted. I'm sorry that I do. Everybody that's here right now, I just ask for forgiveness for all of us. 70 times 7.
Sure. Okay.
I ask that you
see that brick thing back there? What brick thing? That
not
table?
let these struggles consume our minds and consume our thoughts. That you take them away.
Yeah.
That you give us clean slates and fresh starts today. A new beginning, a new chapter in our life. Where today can be a bookmark in our lives to look back to and go, you know what? I left this place. I left this park.
Wait off! No fear, you didn't touch it.
In a new heart. Where I'm not going to be consumed
I'm not racing again.
by my struggles anymore. And in the same breath, God, I ask that you help us use those struggles as teaching tools for one another. To help them realize that we're not alone. To help other people realize that we can grow and we can have human contact and we can pour into each other's lives and inspire each other again, that we can change the world not for our success but for yours. And Jesus, how could I ever thank you enough for dying for us, for setting the bar of what true love really is. Help us become instruments of that true love. Give us lives of passion and purpose. Give us the heart to go out and love and serve other people, that we might be third in the equation of the Great Commandment. Help us focus on you, God. Pour into other people. And we are the tools to do that. And I thank you so much, Jesus, for your focus and your direction. I pray all these things in your name. Amen. So, at our souvenir stand, we actually have cards where we give all of our music away for free. Yeah. And videos for free. We do have a creepy show. I am a Christian. Jesus is my freedom. It is my desire. I love that. But also God
Did you
uses us
see
for who
where
we are.
Elijah went?
Everything that we go through makes up who we are, and that's how God wants to use us. Not for what other people want us to be, but for what He wants us to be. So take one of those cards, it's a free gift. It's also sponsored by a company called Covenant Eyes, which is downloadable software for your computers.
Oh, it's a riddle.
My wife, for the last 8 years, has seen every video, every picture I've looked at, even the Facebook pictures of the chicks in the bathroom. You know those? Must be just me. It's okay. It's okay. Every time I get online, every time I go to websites, every time I go back to questionable websites, everything, she sees my life. That's integrity. That's making our homes solid foundations to go outside and have safe places to come back to. So we have that kind of jive too. Alright? Thanks for hanging with this and listen to me ramble.
Really appreciate all you guys coming out today, hanging out with us. What T was talking about earlier about being servants. Last night about 2 o'clock in the morning I went to the ER up here and some really severe pains. I didn't get out of the hospital until 6 o'clock this morning. I got a kidney stone. You might have seen me laying around here thriving in pain, having a baby.
It's so disgusting.
But you know, when I got home this morning, I was in pain, waiting for my meds to kick in. Finally got up about 9:30 and I said, you know what, I'm going out today. I'm going to that park because I love you guys. You guys are why I do what I do. Because you're all worth so much.